there below. And with, well, a momentous decision, DA. Thank you. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Look at the Heat, advantage in one series. And, of course, the Nets, just a few spots below there.
And, you know, for the Heat, they've had a tremendous year. There were a lot of people waiting for them to take that tumble late in the season. Well, those people might be waiting for a little while longer.
Or maybe a lot longer. They look to me like they're ready to make some serious noise in the playoffs.
So here is Miami's starting group. They've got Jimmy Butler. Adebayo is out there with Jones. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the point guard. And for the Nets, Karis LeVert is out there with Luwawu. And there's Jared Allen. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Caruge in at the 4. Here's Nunn. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Here's Robinson. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. And with the signing of Durant and Irving, along with DeAndre Jordan, Greg, are the Brooklyn Nets now claiming the mantle for the top team in New York?
Listen, they were already the better team a season ago. After stealing the Knicks' thunder in free agency, acquiring the superstar talent, they're poised to steal the Knicks' cultural relevance as well.
That's just a feel that you have in the pick-and-roll game. Really good understanding of how to break the defense down by Karis. Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
Brooklyn with the ball, following the score by Miami. The pass to Caruge. Now LeVert, defended by Jones. 4 on the clock. Allen trying to break free, and it's LeVert missing.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
And the basket by Jones.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here's Luwawu, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Heat have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Adebayo. Excellent D there from Allen.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
It's stolen by Adebayo. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Robinson passes to Butler. Over Harris. That one, no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
And they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
Yeah, some of their starters had to take an early seat on the bench, and that ruined the rhythm and flow they were trying to establish.
And at 6'6", Joe Harris has been asked to play a lot of minutes at that small forward position. Doris, do you think that's his natural spot?
Well, I think he's gotten pretty good in terms of his strength, if not the length for the 3 spot. He's worked really hard defensively to get better and better. And offense, though, that's where he's going to make his money. He can make shots consistently.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Pass to Nunn. 6 on the shot clock. Wound up there for Allen. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, that's a highlight play for Mr. Jared Allen. Nice pass from his teammate.
Pass to Butler. Robinson for 3. Drills the three-pointer.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Luwawu. He's coming off a 13-point game against Golden State. LeVert up top, guarded by Robinson. No good from Luwawu. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Jones kicks to Adebayo. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Jones, no one around him. And another basket for Miami. 27 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Llewellyn. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And Miami going with a whole new group out there. 16 seconds left in the first quarter. Allen, score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Boy, that's a little bit of toughness and concentration. Jared Allen under duress of the defense. Nicely done.
Crowder, and the layup falls.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
5 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Temple. Wow! Unbelievable!
Can't do it much better than that.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Nets lead by 1. Live from Brooklyn, New York. You're watching
basketball. That's that.
Well, you hear that so often, don't you, Greg? Between those lines can be an escape from the outside world.
And in the end, Butler's obsession became his escape. Maybe why he remained so devoted to the game.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you, stat-wise?
Just cashing in on second-chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second-chance opportunities.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Heat, we've got Jay Crowder. Dragic is out there with Hero. Then it's Kelly Olynyk, and it's Iguodala in at the small forward position. And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
With the Heat back on the rise, the Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, "I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage." Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A.
Wow, Iguodala, an incredible dunk. Woo, did he leave the ground quickly.
Passes it to Temple. He kicks it to Thomas. Here's Temple. He's covered by Iguodala. 5 on the clock. Temple the pass to Thomas. Good on the triple. Thomas got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, this guy, an offensive liability early in his career, but now Lance Thomas can actually help your floor spacing.
And there's the pass to Dragic. Olynyk in the corner. Uncovered. Rebounded by Temple.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
It's Allen with the drive. No good that time. The Heat, their last game, a loss to Charlotte. Floats it up for Iguodala. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
How fast did Iguodala get off the ground? They lob it to his direction, and he makes it look easy.
Here's Chioza. He's guarded by Dragic. Late in the season, Doris, and some teams now are not going to be in the postseason. They're out of the playoffs and are giving more time. You talked about this earlier, giving more time to their young players to develop.
Well, there is nothing more beneficial to a young player than real-time NBA experience. So when you're out of the playoffs, those young guys start to get more and more minutes. They'll give those young guys more and more responsibility on the offensive and defensive end. And there's no greater teacher than giving NBA reps to guys who you think can be a key part of your future.
So fun for us as the fans and people that cover the league to get a glimpse of the future, what these teams and what these individual players could be like. Johnson outside. Pass to Chioza. 1:43 left to play here in the second quarter. And he lays it straight in.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Crowder, the pass to Hero. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. 11 feet away, and Crowder with the basket on the assist from Olynyk. Crowder's got the lead up to 5 now for the Heat. 1:11 left in the first half. Chiozza, no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
For 3, Olynyk. And it's Chiozza with the rebound. .44 seconds left in the first half. Here's Thomas. That shot off. Good work defensively by Crowder.
A quick, good shot here, and they can go 2 for 1.
Well, you want to make sure you maximize that first shot in this 2-for-1 situation, though. Don't take a bad one just to accomplish it. Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Jay Crowder. The Nets shooting their first free throws of the game. And he makes the first. Caruth is checked in for Jared Allen. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. The Heat leading by 6. Pass to Nunn. No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. And there's another one for the Heat. Here's Chiozza. 11 points for him in that last game against Golden State.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Beth. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period. Thanks for joining.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You have to like what we've seen from Jones.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Caruth is out there with Lance Thomas. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Crawford, and it's Temple in at the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson. Here's Nunn. LeVert defending, and Jones with the stuff.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
Crawford kicks to Thomas. Shot clock at 6. Misses the wing J.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Well, think about the Nets' Kenny Atkinson, a finalist last season for NBA Coach of the Year. This young coach got a well-deserved contract extension, and what I love is his team competes at a high level every night.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. They get it back. Jones. Outside Butler. Second chance shot. And it's good on the layup. Butler's got 5 points in the quarter. And Doris, you think about how hard this Brooklyn team competes. I think they take right after their head coach.
I don't think there's any doubt, Kevin. Coach Atkinson is still willing to get on the court and jump into drills with his players. Let's remember, going back to the early days of his career, he was a player development coach. And before that, yes, he even played. That effort and willingness to break a sweat very much reflected in his group.
Shot from the wing. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Butler's got the lead up to 14 now for Miami. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's LeVert. The shot, no good. Excellent D that time from Jones.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
And Rodions Kurucs picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Brooklyn. Allen's checked in for Thomas. Joe Harris comes in for Garrett Temple. And it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for Karis LeVert.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And it's Kurucs missing.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And Adebayo throws it down.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. And so Crawford will bring it up for Brooklyn. They trail by 16. 1:46 left in the third. Passes to Luwawu. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
And to me, Greg, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And let's take a look at some numbers for Goran Dragic. Really been a key contributor over the past month. He's putting up about 17 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And out of Marquette, Jay Crowder, a sturdy two-way wing player.
A great system player and glue guy. He had his best years with the Celtics. On the final year of this contract, a great value considering what he brings to the table.
I just have so much respect for how Jay Crowder plays the game. This guy works so hard for every single minute he's out there, and you love seeing that.
Now the pass to Luwawu. Johnson outside. Just his first attempt. No good there. Well, he'd go the other way with it.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And you look at the cast-offs that have found success in Brooklyn, Doris, a great part of the Nets story.
And I think what the players appreciate is the team that gave them their first real shot to play significant minutes. That buy-in and urge to prove themselves a part of what makes their culture special.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for the Heat. The Nets have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. First one falls for him. He's perfect from the line this time. Miami leading by 13. Here's Hero. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. A 15-footer. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Rodions Kurucs. He's checked in for Brooklyn.
Rodions Kurucs.
Crowder against Harris. Again, the miss by the Heat. To the inside. Yep, it goes in, and the Miami lead has got down to 11 on the bucket from Allen.
Well, you like to see Jarrett Allen play to his strength. Just terrific at cashing in on the interior.
Up in time. And no good that time. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the floor for Miami, we've got Hero. Myers Leonard is out there with Olynyk. Then there's Iguodala. And it's Silva in at the 3 spot. Harris outside. Chris, who are some of the up-and-coming shooting guards in the league that you have noticed have got a very high ceiling?
Well, I'm going to mention two guys who I think could be considered combo guards who can play one or two, and who I think their organizations are still trying to figure out their best position. But two of the most dominant young guards in the league who are going to be a problem for over a decade, Devin Booker and Donovan Mitchell. Both guys can create their own shot. Both can get off the dribble drive. Both could light you up for over 50 a night. Devin and Donovan, two names to keep an eye on.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Silva. From outside, off the mark. Nets trail by 12. Johnson outside. Knocked away. Here's Silva. That one falls. Coming off Iguodala's feet.
Well, what a great look by Andre Iguodala. We know he's unselfish. If there's space for his guy, he's going to find him.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Heat. On Friday, the New York Knicks coming to town, chipping off a homestand for them. And then on Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls.
And for the matchup with the Bulls, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Allen. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Olenek the pass to Nunn. The high post shot. And again, it's the Heat missing. And it's Harris with the ball for Brooklyn. A 12-point game. LeVert with a wide-open look. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
Boy, the confidence level you can see in Harris LeVert to catch and shoot. It hits his fingertips, and he's ready to roll.
Here's Robinson. Brooklyn with the rebound. Allen's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. To the paint. And that'll be 2 free throws. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And now a moment to take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Well, he needed a game like this badly. He's been struggling for a while now, but tonight he broke out of that slump in style. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Eric Spoelstra coaching the team during the break. He wants them to maintain their balanced attack, but he told them they're doing a great job of finding space out on the perimeter, which has led to all those good shots. He likes the rhythm and the flow of this offense. He just told them, keep shooting it with confidence. Kevin?
Here's Butler, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Robinson's got 3 assists in the game. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Here's Luwawu, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. First free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line. The Heat leading by 10. Here's Nunn. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. Outside Butler. Misses the 3. For the Nets, this one not looking good. Here's Luwawu. Allen trying to break free, and Luwawu gets it to go.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Here's Adebayo, and Adebayo throws it down.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Heat.
Starting five must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And on the season, this is going to be their third win in 4 games against this team. And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Nunn passes to Robinson. Clock at 6. Fires from deep. Allen with the rebound. Pass to LeVert for 3. He doesn't hit that one. Robinson passes to Nunn. And there's the call on Jones. That'll be his second foul of the game. From deep. Misses there. And so it's the Heat winning this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
This year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on.
Well, there's always a little extra motivation for a team playing in front of their... We are... Well, point forwards and big guards in demand. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. And here's a look at some numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Miami, Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Nunn in at the 1 spot. On the basket by Jones. Brandon, looking ahead to the playoffs, when you made your first postseason appearance, were you surprised by the intensity you found once you got there?
Kevin, it was my second season. I was playing for the Clippers, so getting into the playoffs was quite miraculous on its own accord for the organization. But the level of detail in the playoffs and intensity in the playoffs, they know everything that you're going to do. And we were playing against the Utah Jazz, which at that time...
Some pretty good players.
Yes, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Jeff Hornacek, the great Jerry Sloan as the head coach. It was a wonderful experience, but you understood that the playoffs were different. Absolutely something different in terms of the intensity and what it is that that team knew about you.
Well, they say players are made in the summertime, and that's Jimmy Butler's favorite time of year. He calls it grimy season, gets out in the country, and puts in that work.
And, Greg, those summertime workouts for Butler, they are something.
I mean, they sure are. He calls them bandanas and buckets. Grows his hair out, two-a-days, hot yoga, intentionally isolated from the hustle and bustle of the big city. It gives him an excuse to really just lock in.
Looking at Miami, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Hornets. Pulls up from the corner. Garland, no good.
Yeah, not really much of a flow offensively yet. Only 1 of 4 from the field.
The drive by Love. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Love is good at attacking the basket, utilizing his size, that time on the drive.
Robinson dishes to Jones. Back to Robinson. No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
No, he's automatic from the mid-range, and the defense knows that. It's a mistake to give up a shot like that.
Now, here's Sexton. 26 points for him last game against the Bulls in Chicago. There's Garland. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Nunn passes to Butler. Here's Adebayo. Good D by Drummond.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Jones drives in, and that one drops. The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Love looking around, passes it to Sexton. 1:44 left in the first quarter of the game. That one falls.
Like the attacking mindset, not waiting for something to happen, instead creating it himself was Colin Sexton.
And for the Cavs, their #1 goal is to identify a young superstar to build around.
Yeah, they've had a nice collection here of guys that they hope step up and step out. Cleveland's only 2 Rookie of the Year award winners have been LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. Franchise changers hard to find.
So it's the Cavaliers now. The Heat getting the bucket and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And in the summer of 2018, Kevin Love signed a 4-year, $120 million extension to remain in Cleveland.
Yeah, and Kevin right now is the bridge from what was to potentially what will be. And in that what will be scenario, what will be happening is Kevin Love probably gets traded at some point. But he's been great for Cleveland. He's been a great ambassador for the city. The things that he's doing off the court philanthropically have been amazing. And Kevin Love is not done in the NBA. Still another team out there for him to go to and contribute to.
Just 4 to shoot. Here's Olynyk, and the Heat get another bucket right there.
And they like him to be aggressive. And I think Olynyk has the talent to be a difference maker offensively.
Thompson, and the layup's good off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Dragic, 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
There's 31 seconds left here in the first quarter. From 18 feet away, Cleveland gets it back. Love kicks to Garland. Goes back up. It's deflected, and he gets it back. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Iguodala, and he gets contact. And, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Miami ahead, leading by a point. Back after this from the American.
I worked extremely hard.
A boombox aquarium, huh? Points for originality, Greg.
Butler, not shy, breaking from convention, beats to the rhythm of his own drum.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. On the court for the Heat, they've got Dragic. Myers Leonard is out there with Hero. Then there's Iguodala. And it's Silva in at the 4. There's Garland. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Brett, so many guys are now shooting from well beyond the arc. Who do you think has the deepest range in the league?
I think Steph Curry has the most consistent, deepest range.
Lillard is in that category.
Lillard is in there, and of course, last year's playoff win will never go away in terms of what a great memory that was. Trae Young is now entering that category, Kevin.
Yeah,
I mean, we saw
name,
that
right.
at the end of last year. His fearlessness in pulling up from just about anywhere has been pretty remarkable. And to that, I will add one Brook Lopez, who has found his way well beyond the three-point line.
He's a whole nother conversation.
We'll talk about him later.
We'll do that. Miami grabs the miss.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Thompson finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
Not going to see that often, but Thompson outside of the paint collects 2 more.
Now here's Dragic, guarded closely. Here's Leonard. Good D by Thompson. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They trail by 1. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
You got to give him an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Well, it would have been really nice to get that win on the road, but no team ever happy with a loss. They put up a good fight. They had nothing to hang their heads on after that one.
Iguodala with the bucket.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Nance outside. Oh, good on that one.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Inside 2 minutes. Inside goal.
Pass to Garland. Tipped away. Here's Hero. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And there it is for him.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
And here comes the break. It's deflected. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. So both teams making some changes here. 1:32 left in the first half of basketball. And Butler gets it to go.
And you got to love seeing Butler pull up from here. His jumper is a big part of his offensive game.
Here's Windler. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And he makes both free throws.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
And there's the call on Jetty Osman. That's his first foul. Butler passes to Nunn. And that one, no good to start him off on the night.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Beyond the arc. Love. A shot missing. And it's Miami the other way. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Drummond trying to get himself free. And it's Love missing. Miami leading by 4. Here's Nunn. Olynyk inside. He's guarded by Love. And the basket by Olynyk.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The open look here for Sexton. And too long on the shot.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And Drummond kicks to Osman. Adebayo against Love. No good with the triple. Three-pointer, Butler. And that one is off. And so it's... Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They did jump out to a lead in the opening. And that does it for our...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Yeah, avalanche warning in this one. He is just on a roll.
Tipping off the second half. Here's John Beeline's 5. Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Kevin Love out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Garland in at the point guard position. And Greg, when you look at the top perimeter defenders in the game today, how high does Jimmy Butler rank on that list?
Look, he's in the top handful, no doubt about it. Multiple all-defense selections. He is a true two-way terror.
Here's Sexton. Lays it up and banks it in. Sexton's got 6.
Too easy that time. Sexton sniffing it out and then getting to an area on the floor that made that one easy.
Here's Adebayo. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Osman. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron. The Heat leading by 6. Nunn passes to Adebayo. Miami no good on that time either.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
When you don't get in his way, Sexton's going to get up there and throw it down.
There's the pass to Butler. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Jones drives in, throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That one on Love.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, he settled for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Thompson, he's checked in for Drummond. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. And Porter subbed in for Garland. And Porter, here we go. That shot missing.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Hero passes to Iguodala. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. 7-game road trip continues for them. That'll be game number 3. Thompson finds Nance. Cleveland moving the ball around. Here's Osman. Here's Thompson. The kick out to Porter. Offline with his 3.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming, Kevin.
Shot clock at 3. Here's Sexton, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Sexton's got 10 points. In player development, Brent, what are some of the primary things that can be taught?
I think in today's game, what a lot of PD coaches are looking at, Kevin, is just decision-making, playing out of the pick and roll and coming off into a spot where you're making the correct reads. It's much like, and you cover a lot of football, where you can talk to quarterbacks about their checkdowns.
Yes.
I think you can teach guys how it is that when they come off a screen, what's going to be available to them, and paint pictures for them so that when they're on the floor, they become second nature in terms of their decision-making. That can be huge. And then the second thing is always player development, working on confidence in shooting the basketball. You just want guys to feel like whatever shot they're taking, they've got a great chance of making it.
So he gets them both.
Well, the young bull, Colin Sexton, getting a lot of playing time in his rookie season, allowed him to play through his mistakes, and that's what you hope for coming in.
For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Here's Nance. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Heat with the lead. 1:16 left in the third quarter of the game. Crowder dishes to Iguodala. Crowder, the pass to Iguodala. Outside Dragic. The putback, great positioning on the putback. And the Heat lead by 3.
Often you find him out on the wing, but Olenek seizing the opportunity to go inside and dig out that extra possession.
Pass to Iguodala. Nance with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Here's Windler, and easy 2 points on the layup. Windler's got his third bucket of the night.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And the shot's good from Crowder.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Outside Porter. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That went on Olenek. For Cleveland, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. Free throw good. Porter. Both teams deciding to change it up. And Porter drops them both. Heat shooting straight 49% from the field. Passes it to Nunn. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, easy call.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And he is a cool customer at the line, guys. You've got to be when you're shooting 84% on the season.
And he sinks the second. Garland with it for the tie. Can't connect. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Heat lead by 2. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Bam Adebayo is out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the point. It's the group on the floor for Miami.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up.
Well, for a big guy, Kevin Love is certainly one of the best free throw shooters in the game, and you don't want to send him to the line.
And it's the Heat with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that's the third of 4 straight played at home. Butler feeling it out a bit, and the shot goes in. And the Heat lead by 2.
And Butler is a force when he's driving to the basket. God loves gutting the defense, and you just cannot afford to lose it.
And it's the Heat on the break. Here's Crowder. Finished off the break.
And you've got to wonder just how big those points are going to be. A swing like that could decide the outcome.
Here's Windler. Guarded by Robinson. Windler with the bucket.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Crowder kicks to Butler. Outside Robinson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Adebayo. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
A shot, no good. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Windler, the pass to Love. Porter looking it over. The pass to Windler to take the lead. Some solid defense from Butler. The Heat have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Miami. Cedi Osman, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Pass to Robinson. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Doesn't go for him. Here's Porter. Back to Love. A 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Butler. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Butler is just hard to guard inside. Really good at using his body to create contact against the defense at the basket.
And the Heat making a change here. Dragic is checked in, and Cleveland also making a change. Sexton, he's checked in for Porter.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
Now Garland. 6 to shoot to take the lead. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Heat shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Right side Robinson. 1:50 left in the 4th quarter. Pass to Adebayo. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got his 8th rebound here tonight. It's stolen by Dragic. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Butler. Cavaliers with the rebound. Drummond's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Down low. And it's Osman missing.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Robinson down low. It's slammed in by Jones.
Oh, he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. And the call, the coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to make a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. He said to them, guys, coming up, this is where the game could be won or lost. We need to make plays on both ends. Stay focused, stay locked in, trust one another. And see if they can keep that trust going, Kevin.
How about the awareness there to Butler? The D goes to sleep and Jimmy finds the wide open man.
Jones finds Robinson. Dragic at the elbow. Robinson left side. Back to Dragic for the three. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
They get it back. And Butler with the second chance points. And the Heat lead by 4.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in. DA. Well, great attitude. His work inside, a big part of it, DA. Thanks. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Luwawu, Levert out there with Crawford. Then there's Harris, and it's Allen in at the 5 spot. And for Cleveland, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the 5. Drummond, it's good on the putback.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
And then Allen slams it in.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. A baseline J. There's Garland, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen. Both these teams' doors relying tonight on the execution in their half-court game.
A little bit of a throwback, sort of an old-fashioned approach tonight. Don't worry, we're going to have plenty of highlights. It is the NBA. We know there are great players on both sides of the ball, Kev, but how about this ability to execute under duress of a 24-second shot clock? It's going to be really interesting to watch.
Here's Osman, following the score by Jamal Crawford. Osman, the pass to Love. Sexton kicks to Osman, and Cleveland turns it over again. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
Well, what did them in was all the missed free throws. It could have been a much different outcome.
I thought, Greg, the frustration at the line was evident, and it makes it easy on the defense when you're not capitalizing once they put you at the free throw line.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback. And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Now here's Levert, defended by Sexton.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
Last game for the Cavaliers, it was a loss to the Bulls in Chicago.
You got to give him an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
If they're playing in their own building, they probably win that basketball game. The reality is it's a hard thing to win on the road in the NBA.
And that's another basket for them. They have really come out blazing here in the first.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Now here's LeVert. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Warriors in San Francisco. Harris passes to LeVert. Just 5 to shoot. Knocks it loose and stolen by Sexton. Pass to Garland. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And Kevin, what you love about this is there's an unselfish nature to Kevin Love's game, and I believe that's contagious. Boy, I have such great admiration for Kevin Love. We so often think these athletes are invincible. The reality is they're just like you and I. Kevin shared his bout with anxiety and panic attacks, and I believe by doing that, guys, he has helped countless people.
Porter's checked in for Jetty Osman. So for the Nets, Thomas comes in for Luwawu Cabarro, and it's Rodions Kurucs in for Joe Harris.
Well, terrific job by Tyler Johnson to do exactly what they want him to do, find his open teammates. That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Here's the three, and the basket by Kurucs. And Commissioner Adam Silver said we're in an age of anxiety, and Doris expressed concern over the emotional well-being of the players.
Well, I think, Kevin, he pointed to social media, ironically, as isolating for players. They're always looking down at their phones. They're always wearing headphones. This generation, face-to-face connections, so crucial for a team and individual health.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Sexton's checked in. The Cavaliers trail by 9. From outside the arc, Windler's shot is off. Nets have gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for the Cavaliers.
I love the all-around game of Tyler Johnson. We know he can shoot it. We know he can pass it. But maybe my favorite thing is the guy is willing to rebound the ball from his position.
Here's Chioza. The Cavaliers making the shot. Allen finds Johnson. Here's Thomas. He's covered by Thompson. Back to Kurucs. Porter with the steal. Now here is Dellavedova. He's guarded closely. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Back to Nance. Stolen by Allen. And Thomas. Here we go. 30 seconds left to play here in the first. Johnson, the pass to Kurucs. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Johnson. That's it 5 from 18. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Thompson.
Well, Tristan is starting to develop a sense for how to find contact and working his way to the line.
Cleveland shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
He hits the second from the line.
Thank you, Cleveland!
Johnson surveying the floor. Here's Allen. It's tipped.
Larry Nance twice on the pipe says no, sir.
Substitution. Kevin Love.
And so it's Brooklyn going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their and playing at the center as opposed to his customary power.
The adjustment for me has just
The league in general, GA, going smaller. Love finding himself more and more, moving up to the 5.
Yeah, he can certainly rebound at that position, and his perimeter shooting at the 5 makes him a tough cover.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Offensively, they took care of the ball, and defensively, they forced a number of miscues.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Thomas is out there with Caruch. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Garrett Temple. And it's Allen in at the 5. Home in the paint. Of course, you've seen a lot of these big men come and go in this league. Who would you say right now is the most complete big man in the NBA?
Well, two guys come to my mind immediately, and that's Joel Embiid, who I think probably could be more efficient with his three-point shooting, but is still enough of a threat that you have to guard him out there. They enter the ball through him in the post, and he can be a dominant scorer. He can also put it on the deck. And then Anthony Davis, who you could say all of those attributes that Joel Embiid has, the Brow has as well. Those are two of the most complete, dominant, two-way big men in today's game.
And here we go. Coach's challenge is being called for here on the out-of-bounds violation.
And this is the exact type of play that I think is perfect for a review. Coach's challenge or not. I mean, you seldom get into a situation where it's hard to definitively determine the out-of-bounds call.
And depending on what point in the game it is, boy, it can have, Greg, a huge impact on the game. So many games coming down to just one possession. Each possession so critical. So we just got word from the NBA Replay Center via the official courtside administrator. And the original call will stand for the out-of-bounds violation.
And, you know, and some people might argue, hey, we're stopping the game, but this uses up a timeout, so that's technically already a break that could happen, regardless of the call staying the same.
Crawford with the steal. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Luwawu Cabarro kicks to Crawford. Here's Temple. He's guarded by Love. Crawford, no one around him. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Now Sexton. 26 points for him last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
He was also an excellent setup man as well. This guy was cutting the defense to shreds with incredible passing.
Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 4 rebounds in this game. To the middle. Picks it out to Crawford. Up against Allen. The pass to Temple. Back to Harris. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Temple. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation.
So how about the Cavaliers head coach John Beilein making his NBA debut after 27 seasons as a college basketball coach? Think back to his time at Michigan. The first back-to-back 30-win seasons in school history. This is an excellent hire for Cleveland.
Now here's LeVert. Defense is right there. The Cavaliers trail by 9. And Sexton has it in the corner. And Cleveland with another turnover here. And Doris, isn't it interesting? Coach John Beilein has never, at any level, been an assistant coach.
No, but he has made his way through the ranks, going from high school to junior college, Division III, Division II, and then right up through the ranks of Division I. So he now makes the final leap to the NBA. How cool is that, Kev?
Here's Chiozza. A three-pointer is right on target. Chiozza's got the lead up to 12 now for Brooklyn.
Boy, you can really see the playmaking evolving. When Karis LeVert is hitting wide-open teammates, it shows how special he can be.
And Cleveland making a change here. Porter's checked in. Lance Thomas, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
Boy, now you have to think about pulling him. 3 fouls already in this half. A fourth would be inexcusable.
Well, at 6'7", Doris, Caris LeVert describing himself as a point/shooting guard.
Well, why not? Because his slashing ability, his blinding speed off the dribble is really what makes him problematic. His burst is special, and it doesn't matter if he's going left or right.
And the Nets making a change here. Kuruc is checked in.
Well, nice job by Colin Sexton to find the open man. You want to see court awareness from the young gun. LeVert with it. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2. I love watching Caris LeVert be assertive on the offensive end, the ability to rise and fire in the catch and shoot.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Harris outside. Passes it to Thomas. Here's Chioza. The feed to Thomas. And Thomas with the stuff.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
And a wide open look for Porter. Kept alive. There's Garland. Another shot. And the layup is good. Garland's got 6 here in this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Over to the left wing. And the Nets, another 3. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's a 14-point game. Here's Drummond. Drops in the layup for 2. Drummond's got his second basket of the game.
It always helps to have a big who is willing to find open teammates. Larry Nance proving how unselfish he can be.
And it's LeVert missing.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
And that concludes.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to eat. It was a fast pace for Brooklyn at the outset. An exceptional game plan helped them open with a 12. And
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Darius Garland. Guys, what a contribution.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
They've got Garland. Hands out there with Porter. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Osman in at the shooting guard position. And that's the group for John Beilein as we begin the second half. And it's sent back by Allen. The Nets working the ball around now. Pass to Luau. No good. So Cleveland will take it the other way. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. Hit the road with that, the first of a 5-game run.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Brooklyn leading by 9. Crawford dishes to Harris. The pass to LeVert. Crawford looking over the floor. Harris, right side. And the Nets, another 3. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
I remember it very well.
Incredible. Obviously, times have been quite tough lately, but you have to think back to Cleveland's first and only title in 2016, LeBron's second season back in the city, and boy, did he deliver on his promise.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Temple comes in for Joe Harris, and it's Tyler Johnson in for Karis LeVert. Johnson kicks to Crawford. Inside, here's Allen, and Allen with the slam.
Jared Allen putting on a show. Get out of his way, folks. It's coming down on your head.
And that was an incredible year back in 2016. Of course, Draymond Green in that series suspended for Game 5. Doris changing the momentum.
Amazing to think, Kevin, how quickly things can shift and change in the NBA. Credit the Cavaliers. They made the bigger shots, and they had the best player on the floor in LeBron James. That was a season to remember.
Sexton the pass to Windler. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And a moment now to see some numbers for Sexton. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. Averaging 25 points per, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he brings it for them every game on the offensive end.
Well, I think you can tell he relishes this role, being the catalyst on the offensive end, night in and night out.
The Nets making a switch here. Chioza's checked in. There's Porter with the 3. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Brooklyn leading by 15. To the inside, Temple. Love grabs the board.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
It's Thompson off the drive, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Boy, nice effort from Thompson there. Finishes the drive with the hammer slam.
With the pass.
1:35 left to play here in the third.
Guys, what you love about Tristan Thompson, he never lets up off the offensive glass. He is thirsty for offensive boards.
Back to Johnson. There's the 3. Shot clock reset for the Nets. Not going to go that time. The Cavaliers trail by 13. Here's Porter. Kicks it out to Love. It doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from Allen. And the rebound rate steadily climbing for Tristan Thompson, Doris, in recent seasons.
Yeah, so much so, Kevin, that he set a career high back in 2018-19. You think about over the last 4 years, he has averaged more rebounds than points.
It's Porter outside. Allen with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 13. Here's Karuch. Basket counts. Karuch has got 5 now.
Okay, Jared Allen, we see you making that look for a big man. That's a pretty pass.
Here's Thompson over Allen. Outside Porter. Back to Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Johnson outside. Pass to Karuch. Back to Johnson. Allen left side. From downtown. The shot that time not on target. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Nets out in front. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. So for Brooklyn now, Luwawu is out there with Jared Allen. Then it's Joe Harris, and it's Tyler Johnson, and it's LeVert in at the 2-guard spot. The Cavaliers trail by 13. Three-pointer. Garland, no good. And so Allen will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. At one point, they led by 16. Passes to Johnson. And it's Johnson with the jam.
Well, you love the offensive talent, the ability to handle the basketball. Tyler Johnson with a strong drive and finish.
Pass to Osman. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Garland. And Drummond throws it down.
With a large frame and a willingness to get physical, Drummond's a relentless rebounder.
Allen outside. It's LeVert on the wing. Allen kicks to LeVert. Back to Allen. And the pass to Llewellyn. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Garland, the pass to Drummond. LeVert with it. Guarded now by Sexton. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Allen. Harris outside. Allen trying to break free. Harris's shot is good. And the Nets lead by 17.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Garland. And the layup is good. Garland's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Boy, he's been cooking, but the teammates, he's just not getting a lot of support from them.
And there's the call on Andre Drummond. And that'll be his third foul so far. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Tyler Johnson. Timeout called, Cleveland. Doris, you've said this often, it is incredibly difficult to compare guys of different positions in different eras, isn't it?
It really is. There's so many discussions about who's the GOAT, who's the greatest of all potential time. And there are certain names that are always going to pop to the top of the list, LeBron James. But it's very difficult to me, say, to compare a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the greatest to ever man the center position, had the impossible to check sky hook. But how do you compare him with LeBron James, who, though he is, and I don't know what position he is, he may be the greatest passer in the history of the league. Like, let's enjoy individual greatness without comparison.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I got a chance to hear what John Beilein told his team. He is not happy with the turnovers. He said, we have got to get some shots. It's as simple as that, guys. Play smart and value the basketball. We'll see if the message sunk in, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Crawford outside. Goes up again. Blocked again.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in. The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Brooklyn leading by 16.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Nets.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Allen.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
Here's Love. Here's Osman. That falls. Great assist by Love.
There's an unselfishness to Kevin Love's game, and it is combined with the ability to read the defense and make a precise pass.
Pass to Crawford. Back to LeVert. Here's Llewellyn. Allen right side. Harris outside. It's LeVert on the wing. Defended by Sexton. And it's sent back by Drummond. To the paint. Add another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
Here's LeVert. Can't connect from 14 feet out. And so it's Drummond with it. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Trailing by 13. There's the triple. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
Here's Musa. And the miss. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
The brilliant blue water of Miami Beach, glistening from above on a beautiful day here in South Florida. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Miami. They've had a great season and will look to extend that into the playoffs. And, of course, there's the Nets, a few slots below them.
And right now for Miami, they've moved toward the postseason with one of the best records in the league. Safe to say, this is not where most people thought they'd be at this stage of the year.
Yet here they are, and at this point, you've got to think they're set up to make a serious run in the postseason.
So the Nets starting five. Crawford out there with Jaron Allen. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Luwawu in at the point guard. And for Miami, they've got Jimmy Butler. Jones is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the one.
Where you always have confidence in the Heat organization is at the top. Pat Riley with 9 championship rings as a player, as an assistant coach, as a head coach, and as a team president. He knows how to win from every perspective.
Crawford passes to Harris, and there is a whistle. That'll go on Derek Jones. That's his first foul. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Crawford outside. Shot clock at 6. Return to sender.
3 straight misses to begin this contest and already starting to look frustrated.
Here's Nunn, guarded by Harris. Robinson with it. 23 points for him the last game against Charlotte.
And his defense was absolutely outstanding, especially his 2 blocks, which helped turn the game.
LeVert against Butler.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
The Heat have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Butler on the wing. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp. You're right, Steve. You look at Riley's career, most people are just looking to accomplish one of the things he's done.
Kevin, he has a great mind. He's incredibly driven. He understands how to motivate people, and he understands what's important to focus on.
Robinson against LeVert. Robinson passes to Jones. Puts it up from 17. That's good on the jump shot. The Nets still looking like they're getting going. It's a 3-point game. The Heat beat them last time when these 2 teams met down in South Florida.
It was a loss last time they faced up against each other. A very tightly contested game that they felt they could have won.
It could have gone either way, but unfortunately for them, they ended up on the losing side of that score.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Here's Luwawu. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Warriors in San Francisco. Sometimes, Smitty, you see someone make a pass and wonder, how did he even see that guy? I mean, it's amazing to me.
Yeah, I think Chris Paul leads that list. I think from a big Jokic, Trae Young is a young guy, Ben Simmons, Doncic, those guys see the floor extremely well.
Johnson, the pass to Allen. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And, you know, Smitty, just a wall of muscle. Jay Crowder, one of those power wings that seems every team is looking for these days.
Yeah, he's able to straddle that line between perimeter and interior play. His versatility and competitive will set him apart.
Here's Hero. That three off the mark. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That's his first foul. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Hero. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Johnson outside. Lets it go from 11. Rebound by Olynyk. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Iguodala finds Olynyk. Back to Iguodala. Over Thomas. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort. And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Garrett Temple has checked in for the Nets. Brooklyn shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
The Heat trail by 5. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Shot on the wing. Connects. The jumper drops. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Johnson, a wide open look, sinks the triple. Johnson's got 5. Here's Iguodala. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Baseline try, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Brooklyn with their lead standing at 6 points here at the... Tough-nosed Jimmy Butler talks about the mantle of being a franchise.
You call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call me.
And that's what he worked for. And he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. They've got Karuch. He's out there with Lance Thomas. Garrett Temple is out there with Tyler Johnson. And it's Chioza in at the 1 spot. Now here's Johnson. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pass to Olynyk. It's not going to go for him. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Temple, the pass to Karuch. Back to Temple. Right at the free throw line. It's rebounded by Leonard.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
Pass to Temple. Johnson outside. Here's Karuch. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 3 assists tonight.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Iguodala. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Gotta love the tenacity from Iggy there. Always love seeing him ram it through.
And Steve, over the last half-decade, Andre Iguodala has been a force off the bench.
People get so worried about who starts a game, but who finishes a game is more important. During crunch time, you can always count on Iguodala. He's such a smart player who comes through when it matters.
Silva, the pass to Dragic. 5 to shoot. And again, the turnover by the Heat. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. Brooklyn making some changes. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Karuch. Joe Harris comes in for Garrett Temple. And it's LeVert in for Tyler Johnson. Chioza passes to Thomas. It's LeVert on the wing. Thomas feeling it out a bit. Crowder, he's checked in for Miami. Brooklyn with the ball. And it's Allen with the jam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. None, that's good.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Crowder against Crawford. To the middle. That one's not going to go. And it's Miami the other way. Here's Hero. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Hero's got his first points of the night.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
LeVert from outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Outside Butler. Pulls from the top of the key. Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Crawford kicks to Harris. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the half. Allen, the tip in on the offensive rebound. Allen's got 6.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Here's Nunn. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Charlotte. Crowder sinks the 15-footer. Crowder's got his first points in this one.
This is what Crowder loves to do. He's out there saying, set me up, please.
And Allen slams it in.
Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Hero. And there's another one for the Heat. There's 18 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Llewellyn. 5 points in the game. Good work defensively by Crowder.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They've got the 7-point lead. And over. And
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. One of the stories here, guys, Karis LeVert getting it done today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Bam Adebayo is out there with Jones. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the point. It's the group on the floor for Miami. And every so often, Steve, we'll see 2 teammates fighting over a rebound. You ever have a teammate upset with you for stealing his rebound?
A lot, Kevin. All the bigs I played with, those guys hated when guards came in. They would elbow you, and if you're on their same team, saying get out of here, especially for a lot of those bigs. It was a lot of rebound incentives in their contract, so they wanted to grab every rebound.
Stolen by LeVert. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Adebayo. Here's Nunn. He's guarded by Thomas. Jones, the pass to Robinson. Lock at 6. Banked in off the glass.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Llewellyn. 5 points in the game. Outside for Thomas. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds in this game.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Both teams will make substitutions. Iguodala, the pass to Robinson. Back to Iguodala. Shoots the 3. Miami no good on that time either. Nets leading by 5. Johnson in the corner. Lets it go with the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Johnson's got 10.
You just can't afford to leave open shooters in this league. Everyone is practicing the 3.
And the basket by Olynyk.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
And a 1-year player at Texas, Jared Allen came into the league as a bit of a project. He's got ample playing time to develop in Brooklyn.
It's hauled in by the Heat. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that'll be the 3rd of the 4 straight at home. Count it, good. And now it's just a 4-point Brooklyn lead.
Iggy just keeping his head up on his swivel all the time.
And Greg, safe to say, Allen's defense is ahead of his offense.
Yeah, but his mobility and leaping ability serve him well as a finisher, providing that vertical spacing teams like to have inside.
Iguodala with the bucket.
Beautiful vision to find the open man. Gorn leading by example.
1:53 left in the 3rd. Here's Chioza. He's guarded by Dragic, and it's in there.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
Passes it to Iguodala. Outside for Robinson. Back to Iguodala. Outside Dragic. Now the pass to Olynyk. Miami needs to get a shot off. And he gets the bucket.
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
And with that height, he can get a clean look on any shot at any time.
Here's Temple. No points in the game yet for him. Lays it up off the glass.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Down low, here's Olynyk. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Chioza scanning the floor. To the inside. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Garrett Temple. So it's Miami now after the miss from Crawford. Knocked away, and it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Hero for the tie, pass to Nunn. No good there. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. Brooklyn. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Thomas. Joe Harris is out there with Crawford. Then there's Karis LeVert, and it's Luwawu in at the point. Miami trailing. And Adebayo throws it down.
You could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, the reason is they tied it up, but it took a lot of focus and a lot of energy. We'll see if they can sustain this effort.
Here's Crawford. The Heat getting the bucket. No good from Luwawu. Here's Nunn. That puts them in the lead. And the Heat lead by 2.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
But the truth is, those type of plays are going to happen. You just have to regroup mentally and get back to work.
And the Nets with possession here. The Heat getting the bucket.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Silva guarded by Harris. Silva the pass to Nunn. The Heat get it back. And a new 14. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Stolen by Thomas. It's tipped. It's stolen by Adebayo. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Luwawu's shot is off. And so it's Crowder with it. He'll bring it up for Miami. The lead is 2. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Superb vision and decision by Jay Crowder. Rotating the ball, executing this offensively, flawless.
Now, here's Thomas. Here's Crawford. Missed inside.
Oh, I don't believe that. He's better than that. Come on.
Nunn passes to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
You know what? Feed the beast. You got to look for him every trip down because he's been out of his mind this quarter.
Pass to Luwawu. And to LeVert. 1:49 left in the game. The dish to Crawford. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. The Heat leading by 6. To the middle. Here's Silva. Nice move. And he sinks the layup.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
With their lead starting to stretch out just a little bit here late, they're in a prime position now to wrap this one up.
So the wing on the left, Luwawu bangs home the trifecta. Luwawu's got 5 points now this quarter.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
And even if you risk a foul, the D has to play him tougher when he gets it that deep.
And if you don't, they keep finding the matchup every time up the floor.
Here's Silva. It's good. And 1:01 left to play in the final quarter. Now here's LeVert. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
It's the 4th quarter, and it's a close game. You want to get the ball to someone you can rely on. One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
Here's LeVert, following the score by Miami. 32 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. And he gets the whistle. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. He challenged them to hold on to the lead. He said, you're in control of the game right now, and it's up to you if we win this game. Take the responsibility and own it and close this thing out like you can. We'll see if you can get it done, guys.
Pass to Butler. From deep three-point range, it's off. And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. What a show they put on here at home.
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. multifaceted improvements. Shooting, puck pickup, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome to a special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
And a shot from before as the Miami team bus arrived at the arena. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Robinson. Adebayo is out there with Jones. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Nunn in at the 1 spot. And for Cleveland, Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Kevin Love out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Garland in at the point guard.
Well, if Kevin Love gets that deep and has that kind of room, he's going to make sure of it with the jam.
There's Garland. And it's off the back rim. No good. Last game for the Cavaliers, it was a loss to the Bulls in Chicago.
You got to give him an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Well, it would have been really nice to get that win on the road, but no team ever happy with the loss. They put up a good fight. And they had nothing to hang their heads on after that one.
Jones drives in. Nunn can't get it to fall. For Cleveland, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
Well, Bam at 6'10" might be a little bit undersized, but there's something in his activity on a nightly basis, Kevin, that feels like he plays bigger. Just a pogo stick, gets around, covers some ground laterally, and does a great job of both protecting the rim and finishing strong.
Now here's Drummond. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Chicago.
Yeah, but there's always this point, Kevin, you got to look at where did he also impact the game? It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
Here's Nunn, following the basket by Kevin Love. Nunn, that's good. And with Adebayo and finishing plays, Brent, he is a terrific dunker.
No doubt. Guys are looking for him all over the rim, and you could throw it just about anywhere, and Bam is going to go up and just look for that. Bam right on you. Great energy, great athleticism, and continues to find ways in which he can make solid offensive contributions for the Heat.
On the wing, Jones. And it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
Adebayo with the ball. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Charlotte.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Love against Jones. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Pass to Drummond. He kicks it to Sexton. Lets it go from deep. That shot misses. And it's Miami the other way. And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man Colin Sexton already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs.
Here's Butler. And the rejection by Love.
Well, how about that? Kevin Love getting up and making a statement block there.
Sexton with it. Robinson on him. The shot by Sexton, no good. For Miami, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Deflects the pass. Here's Butler. Count that one.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
To the paint. Now, here's Sexton. Guarded by Robinson. There's 53 seconds left in the first. There's Garland. Makes it off the glass.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
That's a 2 from Butler. And it doesn't even draw iron. Cavaliers have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Here's Osman, defended by Butler. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Adebayo. Heat moving the ball around. Jones, no one around him. Off target from the baseline. And here's the fast break. Love leading the way. Keeps it alive. It's good on the putback. Garland's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. From deep. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The trade deadline is approaching, and Jimmy Butler talked about how it feels.
Feelings are different for everybody, to tell you the truth.
Staying level-headed and ready for whatever's next. That's Jimmy's mindset, Greg, in a nutshell.
And it's fair to say that the level of professionalism and maturity he possesses is really impressive.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Nance and Thompson are up front. Then there's Sexton. Then it's Porter. And it's Windler in at the 2. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011. Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
Now here's Thompson after the miss from Andre Iguodala. Sexton's shot is good.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Great positioning on the putback. Olynyk's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Often you find him out on the wing, but Olynyk seizing the opportunity to go inside and dig out that extra possession.
Here's Windler. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Nance against Crowder. Just 5 to shoot. Shot from free throw range. Sexton kicks to Porter. From deep three-point range, they get the rebound.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
The Heat trail by 6. Near the three-point line, it's Olynyk. Nance gets the rebound.
He wants that one over again, I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Sexton's shot is good.
Like the attacking mindset, not waiting for something to happen. Instead, creating it himself was Colin Sexton.
And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians. But as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle.
Crowder with the steal. And it's the Heat on the break. Iguodala's running. Dragic, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, Dragic was sprinting down the floor with the ball. The right decision right there was go all the way to the rim. That's what he did.
Sexton the pass to Nance. from 12 feet out. Nice jump shot. Good. Nance has got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Hero, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And Thompson throws it down.
Well, with Tristan's motor and that kind of reach, great job on finishing off the alley-oop.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And Porter putting it right back in. Porter's got the lead up to 10 now for the Cavs.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, Kevin, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olenek has some lift.
Here is Nance. The Heat getting the bucket, and that one good.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter, much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Iguodala deciding where to go with it. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And with Andre Iguodala, he doesn't give you 20 points tonight like he once did, Greg, but he still shows up when you need him.
Iggy can still hit the switch, so to speak, and go back to his all-star level of play for stretches. I mean, the numbers don't jump out at you, but he is so valuable during big games, particularly in the postseason.
Now, here's Garland. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Iguodala against Porter. Osman, the pass to Love. Here's Porter. And it's Miami with the rebound. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
Well, I mean, they lost their last matchup with this team, and foul trouble really plagued them throughout the game.
And they had a few important guys sitting there on the bench at a time when they really could have used them on the floor. They have to play much more in control here tonight.
There's Garland. No good on the triple. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to the first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Without question, Kelly Olynyk displaying his skills today.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for the Heat, Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Nunn in at the 1. Miami with the ball. The Cavaliers making the shot. 6 to shoot. Robinson goes in, and it's sent back by Drummond. Cleveland leading by 10. Cleveland moving it around. A wide open look for Love. Hits the three-point bomb. Love's got 7 points. You know, so many great dribblers, ball handlers in this league right now. Who's the best at shooting off the bounce?
Well, 3 prime candidates to do that, Kevin, exist at the point guard position, and I put James Harden in the point guard category with how much he has the ball. Harden, Kyrie, Steph Curry, 3 great names that are able to find their way to get the ball into the shooting pocket. No matter where they move, off the dribble, finding consistency. It's a really sought-after attribute in the players who are coming up now because of how impactful these guys have been.
And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That's his first foul. And so here is Miami. They trail by 11. Stolen by Garland.
Well, the instincts on defense on full display there. It was a gamble for sure, but it paid off big time in the form of a steal.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Now here's Drummond. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And the free throw line was a problem spot for him in their last game. Really struggled up there.
Here's Robinson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Inside, Garland. The slam dunk by Garland.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Here's Robinson. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. Cleveland leading by 14. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession.
I'll tell you what, they're really fortunate there. Those long bomb passes usually spell disaster, but they get away with one there.
Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. The Heat also changing it up. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Jay Crowder comes in for Butler. And Hero subbed in for Robinson. To the middle. And Olynyk with the basket on the assist by Dragic. Olynyk's got 10.
And nice court vision from Dragic there to get a great look at the bucket.
Offensive rebound. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Porter's checked in. Silva, he's covered by Thompson. Down low, Porter with the steal. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. A slam dunk by Garland.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA? Especially when the slam is coming from the point guard.
Oh, yeah. His teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
Here's Leonard. Finished off the break. Leonard's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, there's no doubt that Dragic is a weapon in the open court. He's also a lockdown defender who can come away with crucial steals.
Here's Crowder, and it's Miami with another. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Cavaliers. At one point, they led by 16. Now, here's Garland. He's guarded by Dragic. And Thompson kicks to Nance. Shot clock at 5. And he banks in the layup. He's got 8.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Dragic looking it over. Fires the 3. Nance gets the rebound.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Drummond.
But we're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Love's checked in. And contact on the shot, so he'll be... And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the Heat making a change here. Butler's checked in. Miami shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
Pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%. Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Count that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Leonard.
And you can see that Butler is the total package. Solid at recognizing when one of his guys is open.
Here's Windler. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers. Enjoy. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. The Heat trail by 12. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Sexton. Then it's Porter. And it's Windler in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Here's Nunn. Left side, Butler. And there's another one for the Heat.
Very steady in-between game there for Butler. You don't want to let him get too many of those.
Here's Windler, defended by Butler. Iguodala against Porter. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Cavaliers lead by 12. And here are the Heat now. Poke loose. Iguodala the pass to Nunn. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Butler deciding where to go with it. Can't hit that one.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Love finds Drummond. Outside Porter. Passes it to Windler. Just 5 on the clock. The shot, no good. The Heat go the other way with it. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. The shot by Butler, nobody around. That one falls, coming off Iguodala's feet.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
Cleveland leading by 9. Sexton the pass to Windler. Love outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That is his first foul of the game. Cedi Osman, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Garland comes in for Porter. Jones checked in for the Heat. Robinson comes in for Andre Iguodala. Now, here's Garland. Here's Osman. Some solid defense from Butler.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
Here's Butler. Here's Nunn. To the left wing. Here's Adebayo. And right on target. Good.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
Well, using some of that size and strength inside to gain advantage was Kevin Love that time.
Outside Robinson. Pass to Adebayo. Robinson kicks to Butler. Good ball movement here by Miami. Jones. And it's slammed in by Jones.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. It's going to be a high-scoring affair tonight. That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Robinson down low. Defended by Sexton. And Adebayo throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Garland dishes to Drummond. Here's Osman. Love trying to break loose. And that one's good. Osman.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
The shot by Adebayo, no good.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And the basket is good. And now it's a 12-point Cleveland lead.
A terrific all-around scorer, and tonight we're getting the full arsenal from Kevin Love.
No question as to which team gave the better efforts tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Cavaliers.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kevin Love.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
Sexton deciding where to go with it. Love the pass to Garland. Shoots. Miami grabs the miss.
Yo, watch Jimmy.
Outside Butler. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth. It's Drummond with the rebound. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. A confident win in one. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Brett Bear.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. lower body fluid. And goaltend. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickup, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and
And just about to get underway is the starting five.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
It's the NBA on 2. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Asman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the center. And for Brooklyn, Jared Allen is out there with Thomas. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Gioza in at the point.
And a great track record in the draft for the Nets. Karis LeVert selected with the 20th pick, and Jared Allen taken at 22.
And you might want to throw in guys, too. Rodions Kurucs, the 40th pick in 2018, had a big impact, even participated in the Rising Stars Challenge. And, you know, sometimes you've got to make your own breaks, make your own good fortune, and that's exactly what the Nets have done.
Offensive rebound. Here's Drummond. Excellent D there from Allen. And so Allen will bring it up for Brooklyn. They went to Cleveland for their last meeting with the Cavaliers, and they came out with a win.
Yeah, it was a narrow win. But in that last meeting, I think foul trouble for the other side may have really just tipped the scale and allowed them to escape with the W.
You know, whether it was their smart play or a few whistles that perhaps could have gone either way, when the games are tight, every decision becomes more magnified.
Garland, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
You know, Allen really moves well for a player of his size, and he's always hustling. That set up the fast break finish there.
And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Here's Chioza following the score by Cleveland. Thomas and the rejection by Love. And there's the shot clock violation. Didn't get the shot off inside. The Cavaliers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Here's Garland, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Mark, some of those lottery-bound teams now giving more minutes to their younger players, developing them, looking into the future, which means more veterans, unfortunately, will have to sit and watch.
And, you know, I always say this, and it's much easier said than done, but you're a professional, whether you're in the rotation, a young player or an old player, you have to approach it in a professional manner, and that means accepting the good with the bad, the sweet with the bitter, and that takes a maturity level. And, you know, when the trade deadline is behind you, you only can control what you can control, and that's what veterans should be about.
And hopefully the coach communicates the ideas behind the move, too.
I like that, but there's no obligation to do so.
Right. And Drummond is right there.
This is what Drummond is known for, fellas. I mean, assertive, aggressive, relentless, hard-working. He's just a dogged offensive rebound.
Now here's Crawford. Luwawu-Cabarrot kicks to Crawford. To the inside. Here's Allen. Tries again. That shot off the mark. Good D by Drummond. Here's Osman. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Last game for Brooklyn, it was a loss to the Warriors. And there's the pass to Luwawu. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
Pass to Crawford. Dishes it to Allen. Here's Thomas. Up again. Ball's knocked loose. Pass to Luwawu. Thomas against Love. Thomas down low. And another shot. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding. Let him eat.
And it's Osman missing.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
The Nets working the ball around now. The three. And Luwawu gets it to go. Luwawu's got 5 now.
Yeah, the easy hoop assisted by Allen that time. He's developed a nice passing game.
Here's Osman. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Here's LeVert. Got it up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Nets. They're up by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Nance and Thompson are up front. Then it's Porter. Then there's Garland. And it's Windler in at the shooting guard position. Brooklyn leading by 3. Well, Clark, as one Latvian makes his way out of New York, another Latvian, Kuruc, makes his mark with the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, you know, the second rounder making an impact right out of the gates, ready to be an NBA impact player. He's an efficient scorer, a versatile defender. So far, so good from what I've seen.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Here's Temple. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 6 on the shot clock. He dishes it to Allen, and he uses the glass on the layup. Allen's got the lead up to 5 now for Brooklyn.
And, guys, Allen is certainly in the zone. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and when he does that, he'll stay with it. He won't let up.
Now, here's Porter. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Here's Windler. Rebound, Brooklyn.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check, and was maybe a step out of his range.
Garland dishes to Nance. Here's Windler. A second chance effort. The kick out to Porter. Passes it to Windler. It's good from long range. Windler's got his first 3 points of the game.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Harris outside. To the paint. Here's Allen. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And the Nets lead by 4.
Yeah, that was the third straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's Windler. Allen with the rebound.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Harris passes to Kuruc. Inside, it's stolen by Nance. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. And Thompson throws it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome. And that's an owner's manual possession to get them a good look there, Kevin.
Garland dishes to Nance. And the shot goes in.
Yeah, this league is in good shape when you talk about guys like Nance. The consummate role player does everything that's asked of him.
Now here's Johnson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. There's 1:17 left here in the second. The putback is no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Here's Windler. Porter looking it over. Shoots from the elbow. And there's Garland. That's good on the assist by Porter. Garland's got it all tied up now for the Cavs. Allen in the post, covered by Nance. Shoots. Allen, that's good. Allen's got 8 points here in this quarter. 43 seconds left in the first half. Garland kicks to Thompson. Lets the three fly. Another three for Cleveland.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Johnson, the pass to Karuch. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And it's Drummond with the ball. They'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. They trail by 1. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Sexton, second shot opportunity. And that one's good. Drummond's got 6 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
It's Porter outside, and the last second attempt does not go. Thank you, David, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. They never dug too deep a hole for the... And that's...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Jared Allen with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
We've got Lance Thomas. He's out there with Allen. Luwawu is out there with LeVert. And it's Chioza in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Here's Luwawu. 4 on the shot clock. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Luwalu's got his 3rd basket of the night. All right, Clark, game is on the line. 1 free throw to make to win a big game. Who is up there for you?
I'd go with your colleague and mine.
Oh, yeah.
But since he's no longer in uniform today, I will go with Steph Curry and Malcolm Brogdon.
Great name. And Luwawu-Cabarrot is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Karuch is checked in for Thomas. Sexton deciding where to go with it. The feed to Love. Doesn't go that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. The 3. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it.
And with the pause in the action, let's look at the numbers for Drummond. 1st in rebounding, 3rd in steals, and he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And just going back real quick to the fact that he's tops in the league in rebounds, what a tremendous feat. What a monster he is in the paint.
Clever and confident in that pick and roll. Sexton's decision-making in these sets has really improved.
LeVert the pass to Chioza. 2 points. That one goes. Chioza's got his first points of the game.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
The open look here for Sexton. And the 3 off target. Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And slam dunk by Allen.
Allen's got some old school big man in him. He's got great hands and mobility and does a good job finishing above the rim.
Osman, the pass to Love. He gets that one. Love's got his second bucket.
And, you know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
Nets have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Allen in the post. He's got 18. Count it. Allen's got 20.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Down low, here's Love, puts the move on, and it's sent back by Allen.
Boy, that expansive reach of Allen. I mean, so good at positioning himself and using his length and timing to stifle shooters.
Garrett Temple has checked in for Brooklyn. Here's Temple. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. The pass to Karuch. Sinks the three-pointer. Karuch has got the lead up to 5 now for Brooklyn.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, you know, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. Got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Drummond.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Karis LeVert. Cleveland also making some changes. Thompson, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. And Porter subbed in for Jetty Osman. And now here are the 2K leaderboard. Since the All-Star break, these teams are leading the NBA in second chance points. In third, the Nets.
Not many will go after it on the offensive boards the way they do. I mean, and particularly since the break, they have really made teams pay on the inside.
To end the run, count the basket. 9 points for Tristan Thompson. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Luwawu Cabarrot kicks to Temple. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Nance. For Brooklyn, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Good on both. The Cavaliers trail by 7. 1:10 left in the third quarter. Sexton's shot is good.
And a lethal slasher. Sexton does a great job of finding angles to the basket. Has that great burst to get to the rim.
Allen finds Crawford. Pass to Luwawu. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Friday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Sunday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Sacramento to take on the Kings.
And for their matchup with the Celtics, it's going to be a bit of a measuring stick for them. See just how they stack up with a team that most would feel has the edge.
And the Nets with possession here. The Cavaliers making the shot. And yes, it's good. Karuch has got 9.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Here's Temple. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And good that time. He's got 6. Now Sexton. 8 points for him. Thompson. Back to Sexton. Over Temple. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Nets lead by 4. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Nance and Thompson are up front. Sexton is out there with Porter. And it's Windler in at the 3, the small forward. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make,
Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to listen in on John Beilein's huddle with his team. He said he just wants them to play faster. He feels like they've been too lackadaisical with the ball and that their aggressiveness just isn't there right now. Kevin, back to you.
Now, here's Porter. Here's Nance. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Here's Porter. Nance controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now here's Johnson. Back to Allen. 5 on the clock. Pass to Chiozza. Launches it. Drains the three-pointer. And the Nets lead by 5.
And, you know, even though he's not a lights-out shooter from deep, the defense still has to be more aggressive there.
To the inside. Stolen by Allen. And now here's Johnson. A fast break chance. Basket good. And, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Nets.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
Chiozza passes to Allen. Lays it up and banks it in. Allen's got the lead up to 7 now for Brooklyn.
Well, I love the mindset of Allen there. I mean, when he gets the ball in that spot, he's very aggressive.
To the middle, here's Nance, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
LeVert's checked in for Brooklyn. Then for the Cavaliers, Andre Drummond comes in for Tristan Thompson. And it's Cedi Osman in for Porter. And Brooklyn making a change here. Crawford's checked in. And here is Thomas. Good D by Drummond.
Yeah, you know what, guys? He's not very effective from that spot. He's got to put some work in there.
And it's Osman missing.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Crawford. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Nance. He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. Love's check in for Cleveland. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
And the basket is good.
Boy, Love is really good at getting inside the paint, establishing position, has an excellent feel for how to score around the basket.
Here's Sexton, and it's sent back by Allen. Sexton's shot is good. And so Crawford will bring it up for Brooklyn. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter.
Man, what a shot. LeVert answering the call. After all he's been through, enjoying the moment. Well done.
Garland kicks to Sexton. The dish to Drummond. Just 4 to shoot. Tries again. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Now here's LeVert, defended by Sexton. LeVert the pass to Crawford. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Allen drives in. Good D by Drummond. And an intentional foul right there.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Garland with it. Back to Osman to take the lead. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. What a show they put on here at home.